everyone, it's me, the Otaku Figure, here to talk about the next episode, Higurashi no Nakukoro ni When They Cry Go. So, okay, we got our Shion and Mion, reveal, like, yes, they are two separate people, except for that one time when Mion did actually pose as Shion to give him food, but other than that, two separate entities, two separate people. So, I think I vaguely remember in the original series them, like, going off to the little storehouse or whatever and, like, doing the break. I feel like I vaguely remember this. Like, in my mind, I feel like I vaguely remember this stuff from the original series, but at the same time, it's been so long since I've seen the original series that I'm like, okay. But, honestly, this episode was just kind of, it just kind of was there, A lot of build-up, a lot of that, and then it just kind of ends, and you're like, well, I guess I'm waiting a week, okay, But that also probably comes from, like, knowing the series and knowing what's gonna happen, so seeing events repeat themselves, you're like, yeah, I've seen this before, at least you think you have, or at least for me, because, like, it's been a while since I've seen the original series, but I feel like I've seen this before, so I'm just like, okay. That's the thing, but them really pushing, like, Keiichi and Shion together, it's like, this is so cute, but I know things that happen later that makes it not so cute, because I'm like, but, oh gosh, I just think about stuff that's supposed to happen later. I don't know if it will, but I'm just like, but, yeah, so a lot of, stuff kind of revealed, but also not revealed, it's like, but also don't forget to check out my Patreon and my Ko-fi, links in the description. If you look at the Patreon, it is donated towards gacha stuff, and also you get access to my Discord server, whatever tier you pick from. A lot of gacha related things with the rewards and stuff, so yeah. Overall, very enjoyable episode. I didn't hate it, I just kind of sat there like, yeah, I think I've seen this kind of thing before with the original series, I'm pretty sure, question mark, but I don't really remember how they revealed the whole, two sisters thing in the original series. I'm pretty sure it went probably something like this, or whatever, but, okay, so, now we're gonna find out what's in the storehouse, and, I remember that went badly in the original series, but I could be wrong. Again, it's really hard to remember what happened in the original series because it's been so long since I've seen it. Oh man, I love, like, the fact that, Mion clearly has a crush on Keiichi, and then her sister's like, oh, I'm gonna, like, interfere. But, I love that. They're great, I like both sisters. They're really my best girls, out of this series, for reasons that I just like their characters. I'm just like, y'all, best girls. Who are y'all's best girls for Higurashi? Let me know. Is it Rika? Is it Satoko? I'm gonna the FBI open up on you, but anyway. Is it Reina? Is it the blonde bitch? What's her name? Whatever the fuck her name is, I don't really care. But yeah. Overall, entertaining episode. I don't have a lot to say about it, just because of how it was kind of, like, there's stuff in it, but it's also like, yeah, there's like half the episode where it's just, date time with Keiichi and Shion, so, which is, granted, very, very adorable, and I very much enjoy it. I'm like, this is so cute, and then I realize what show I'm watching, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's just like, I'm sitting there watching the episode, I'm like, man, this is so cute, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm watching Higurashi, right, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a show that, yeah, like, half the time you're thinking just like, man, such a cute, oh yeah, this show is, yeah, but anyway, I don't have much, you guys, tell me, did this kind of thing happen in the original series for those of you who've seen the original series? Because, I mean, yes, I have seen it, obviously, it's just, it's been so long since I've seen it that I'm like, my memory's fuzzy, like, no joke, all I remember is, like, some specific scenes, mostly of them having to do with death and murder, but, I remember the detective car scene, I remember, like, again, it's so fuzzy in my memory, every, like, not thing that isn't death that has to do with this series, like, all that, fuzzy. The rest of it, that's death and murder and blood and gore, I remember that clearly, because I guess it just sticks out in my mind, which, obviously, this series isn't supposed to really be known for death and murder and blood and gore, but that's really what it is known for. Yes, it is known to be a psychological horror as well, but it's also known to be a very gore show, so, and it's just those moments just stick out in my brain. Like, you remember that time when that happened to Keiichi? Yeah, it was, disturbing. Or remember that one time when Rika? Yeah, that was disturbing. So, yeah, that's just how my brain functions with this show. I remember the doll scene. I remember that clearly, because that was important, so, you know, those little things like that I sort of remember, but, you know, whatever. So, I don't have much else to say about this episode. It's, I wish I had more to say, it's just I don't, but, Shion kind of sus. Green kind of sus. I'll say that much, but I'm curious because, you know, there's one thing I've noticed. In the original series, how long did it take them to mention Satoshi? If anyone of y'all know who that is. I feel like he should have been mentioned by now by Mion, or is it Reina? What's one of the two, or both of them. And he hasn't been mentioned at all, which is a little bit weird. I feel like by now we should know his name in this show. Did the creator just forget he exists? I'm like, what about Satoshi? I feel like... Now, I'm not sure if that came into play later, or if that came into play early. I just remember Satoshi being a thing. So I'm like, are we gonna mention that boy? No? Okay. It's like, nani? It's like, where? Satoshi, where? Satoshi, who? I'm curious to see if they'll bring him back into this little thing, because I don't remember if we ever got answers about him. I think I know what happened to him from the original series, but I'm not 100% sure. So it would be very interesting, because, yeah, he was sort of important to the plot, just a little bit, you know, he was just kind of there, like, you probably mentioned him, just saying, or not. I guess the creator, Ryokishi07, said, Satoshi? Nah, we don't need that anymore. Nah, fam, we don't need that. Unless they're gonna mention them later. As far as I know, they may, you know, I don't know. But, anyway, what did you guys think of the episode? What do you think's gonna happen next? How's Keiichi gonna die in a horrible way next? Who knows? Oh, man. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in whatever Let's Play video I do next, okay? Bye!